In this video, we are going to discuss about HTML5 frequently asked top 10 interview questions. First question. What is HTML5 and its new features? HTML5 is a markup language designed for processing, defining, presenting and formatting the text. The HTML5 is the latest version and has features like new semantic elements such as header, footer, article, name, aside, section, strong, and so on. It supports MathML in text or HTML. Global attributes that can be applied for every elements that include ID, tab index, hidden or custom data attributes. New attributes of form elements like number, date, time, calendar, and range. New graphics elements such as SVG and CANVAS. New multimedia elements such as audio and video. Then new HTML5 API such as geolocation, drag and drop, local storage, application cache, web workers, and SSC. While answering this question, the interviewer take others questions from these answers. The following questions are come like that. Move on to next question. What is DOCTYPE and is it mandatory? Yes, DOCTYPE is mandatory. It is used to instruct the browser about the version of our HTML document. In older versions, we must include the version of the HTML what we are using. In HTML5, it is very much simplified, which is just DOCTYPE in HTML. The interviewer might ask question in like this: what is quick mode in HTML5, or what if we mix the DOCTYPE element in HTML5? In these two questions, answer will be the same. If you omitted or not included the DOCTYPE element in our document, it will went to quick mode. In this mode, the handling of the HTML element is left to the browser. So, the display of our content will vary from browser to browser and in older versions. So, it is always safe to include the DOCTYPE in our HTML. Then, what is difference between CANVAS and SVG? SVG is vector graphics, where CANVAS is pixel graphics. SVG is resolution independent. It will not lose its quality when resized or zoomed, but CANVAS is resolution dependent. The quality will be affected when it's zoomed or resized. SVG is written in XML format, but CANVAS is drawn by using JavaScript. CANVAS is suitable for games, while SVG is not. SVG can be modified through CSS and script, but in CANVAS only through JavaScript. The fourth question: what is different type of storage and their differences? There are two types of storages: local storage and session storage. Both are used to store data in the user machine instead of cookies. The difference lies in their lifespan. There is no expiration time for local storage. It will be stored in the browser until it is deleted by the browser or it is programmatically changed by JavaScript. Session storage is valid until the browser is open. Once the browser is closed, the session storage is cleaned up. Local storage is good for storing non-sensitive data, and session storage is good for storing login token like that, which should be removed once the browser closes. Then, fifth one: what is semantic in HTML5 and benefits of semantic tags? Semantic HTML is an element which expresses its meaning. In semantic HTML, tags like B for bold and I for italics should not be used, reason being they just represent formatting and provide no indication of meaning or structures. The semantically correct things to do is use strong and emphasis. These tags will have the same bold and italic effect while demonstrating meaning and structure emphasis in this case. Some of the semantic tags are footer, header, nav, section, article, aside, summary, main, figure and figure caption. Now we move on to what's the benefit of semantic tag in HTML5. Search engine will consider its content as important keywords to influence the page search ranking. And screen readers can use it as signposts to help visually impaired users to navigate a page. Finding blocks of meaningful code is significantly easier than searching through endless div with or without semantic or namespace classes. Sixth question. What are data attributes good for? The HTML5 data attribute is a new addition that assigns custom data to an element. It was built to store sensitive or private data that is exclusive to a page or application, for which there are no other matching attributes or elements. The data attributes give us the ability to embed custom data attributes on all HTML elements. The attribute name should not contain any uppercase letters and must be at least one character long, and the attribute value can be any string. The seventh question. What is Web Form 2.0? Web Form 2.0 extends the form features of HTML4 to include greater degree of semantic markups. Some of these key new features are discussed below. New type attributes were added to the input elements, including date, time, month, week, time, and URL. Among other useful inputs, coder can now achieve greater control over the types of information that can be input into a web form without the hassle of writing additional codes. The output element was added to simplify representing the result of a calculation or scripts. HTML5 added new placeholder attribute that can be used in input and text area element to hint to the user what can be entered into the field. The record attribute was introduced to alleviate the need for client-side validation to handle cases where a user has neglected to fill in a mandatory entry field within a web form. 8. What is new media element in HTML5? In new media elements are audio and video. The HTML audio element is used to embed sound content in document. It may contain one or more audio sources represented using the source attribute or source element. The browser will choose the most suitable one. Currently there are 3 supported file formats for the audio element: MP3, WAV and OGG. The tag structure will be audio, controls, source. What is the source? We can add it to it. Then type. Here we added 2 source attributes: OGG format and MP3 format. If the browser is not supported MP3 format, that time OGG format will appear in the HTML. HTML video element to embed video content in a document such as movie clip or other video streams. Currently, there are 3 supported video formats such as MP4, WebM and OGG. The code tag will be video with height and control if necessary. Then source tag with source. Here also the same thing will happen. If some browser will support MP4, if some browser is not supported by MP4, that time OGG format will be taken. In some of the interviewer, they will ask the additional questions. What are the new media elements in HTML other than audio and video? There are 2 types of media element other than audio, that is embed and object. The embed tag was introduced in HTML5. The HTML embed tag is used for embedding an external application or interactive controls such as plugin into an HTML document. Embed element is an empty element. The tag will be embed, what is the type, source, and style is equal to, we can add in style is equal to with equal to 100%. The object tag is used to an embed object within a HTML document such as audio, video, Java applets, ActiveX, PDF and Flash in your web pages. Tag will be object with height, what is the data, it will come under between that. Some of the interviewer they might ask, how will you add YouTube video into the media file? That time, in my suggestion, instead of using embed or object, best way to use YouTube URLs, you can use by using iframes. It's the best way to use YouTube URLs. 9th, what is web workers? A web worker is a JavaScript code that runs in the background without affecting the page. It is used for performing computationally heavy tasks such as accessing database or functions that require heavy memory. Normally, if some script is executing in an HTML page, the page remains unresponsive until the script's execution stops. But an HTML5 web worker is a script, that is JavaScript, that keeps executing in background. At the same time, user can interact with the page and will not feel any performance degradations. HTML5 web worker normally exists in external file and used for long-running CPU-intensive tasks, but without affecting the user interface or other scripts. Then another question they will ask through this, what are the limitations of HTML5 web workers? HTML5 web workers seems to be very handy in many scenarios, especially for CPU interactive tasks, but it has certain limitations. Few JavaScript objects are not accessible to HTML5 web workers as parent object, window object and document object. The 10th question. What is the Geolocation API and why would you use it? The HTML5 Geolocation API allows users to share their location with a website. This is useful features that ask a user permission to share their latitude and longitude with the app to receive the benefits of location-aware features, such as the ability to present the landing page of the business closer to the user's location. This is navigator.geolocation.getCurrentPosition, success callback, error callback options. It will prompt the users for permission, and if the user accepts, it will return an object with coordinates object. Otherwise, it will run the error function. To learn more interview questions in different topics, try our interview questions Android app on Google Play. It contains 720 interview questions from different topics such as HTML5, CSS3, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, AngularJS, TypeScript, Angular, Node.js, ES6, React.js, Vue.js, MongoDB, and AEM, Adobe Experience Manager. Here I am added Google Play link in description. Thanks for watching this video.